Jason Statham was in Britain's diving team before his acting debut in Guy Ritchie's film Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels scored him perfect 10s. After a knockout performance with a boxing Brad Pitt in Snatch, he became a Hollywood action hero in blockbusters like The Transporter and The Italian Job. Now he's back on screen as a small-time London crim caught in a big-time heist as he tries to pull off the bank job.
Last night we're trying to home in on a £300,000 bank raid.
300 grand?
More like 3 million.
Holy shit. You know who that is?
Photographs of a certain royal princess.
They know what they're doing, these people, do they? Absolutely. Professional criminal.
I'm in position, Terry. No name's Eddie. Sorry, Dave.
I would love to say this is not going to hurt, but it is.
Hands up for the bankable Jason Statham! Good to see your life in cartoon form.
Yeah, that leg was rather rubbery, wasn't it?
So were you part of the diving team?
Years ago, yeah.
Did you ever go to the Olympics?
I never went to the Olympics, no.
So would that mean now, though, as a guy who has dived, though, you'd be worse than anyone when you're sitting watching it at home? Because, like, I watch it and I think I'm an expert within 2 weeks. You already are.
I wouldn't say an expert. I mean, it's probably about 20 years since I did it.
So what was your best at doing, like, flips and spins?
Yeah, you do all the... You know, there's like 6 different groups, handstands, backwards, forwards, reverse, inwards, twisting groups. I mean, it's pretty boring.
So, Jason, as a diver, when you saw Greg Louganis hit his head on that board, did you take that seriously or did you have a bit of a giggle? Because I'm not a diver and I laugh my head off.
What are you trying to say, Pete?
I'm suggesting that as a diver you might have been concerned. Me, personally, not diving, pissed myself.
Yeah, a little painful, you know.
Yeah.
I've got a heart.
Yeah, you got a heart.
Now, how much of the bank job is based on a true story?
Well, as far as I know, most of it. I mean, there's nothing to say which is the true facts and which isn't. I mean, there was a robbery that took place in 1971, the Lloyds Bank in Baker Street. And there was, we actually met one of the real robbers, so...
Awesome.
He confirms many of the true facts, and when we asked him about, you know, was there any... I mean, there's the alleged raw portraits, which is like the supposed pictures of Princess Margaret, you know, in lewd acts.
Nudie pics.
Nudie pics. So when we asked him about those, he went completely quiet and didn't want to speak.
That means true.
And I remember we was at dinner and his wife sort of kicked him under the table and he said, oh, yeah, I just don't want to talk about it. So...
Was she like that in court when he was up on trial for it?
Shush. So, I mean, I think there was some truth to the fact of the involvement of this, you know, of Princess Margaret. And,
is there etiquette when you're meeting someone who's been involved in a bank robbery like this?
Well, it's difficult to even, you know, I mean, originally when the script was owned by another firm, they said there's no robbers around, most of them got killed, you'll never find any. So Roger Donaldson, the director of the film, he took it upon himself to like hire these private investigators and, you know, they dug very deeply and they found one of the chaps.
I'd be like a fan. That would be my problem. If I met a gangster, I'd just be like, oh my God, tell me everything.
Yeah, we was a little bit like that.
So is it nice for you to be, because this is still a bit of an action film, like it's a great script, but it seems to be a little less painful for you than most films that you've been doing recently anyway. Yeah,
normally I'm sort of throwing and beating myself up and there's a big recovery period, but this is nice to, you know, I think I'll throw a couple of punches. It's hard to get injured doing that.
You know what you should do? A movie where you sing ABBA songs.
Really?
A lot easier on the back.
Ooh. I don't think I want to do that.
Now, I heard you had a love scene in this movie. But then I didn't see one.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to come off sounding like that's the only reason I went to go and see it. But, you know, I think there'd be a lot of ladies who'd like to see a bit of the Statham. I don't know what that means.
They had to cut it out. My arse was far too hairy.
Do you keep it at a nice 12 o'clock shadow like you do upstairs as well?
Nicely groomed, yeah. I don't know why they cut it out, you know, but so what? We still got to shoot it anyway. And it was when most of the
That's true.
There was no cameras there. It was just something that we did.
Makes for interesting DVD commentary anyway. Hey, Jason, would you like to win $20 in 20 seconds?
Sure, why not?
Shoot. This is the fun part.
Is it real?
Yeah, for the UK it's probably worth nothing. But, you know, we do what we can.
Go on, let's...
Off we go. Start the clock. Are you wearing clean underpants?
Yes.
Do drunk idiots try to fight you to prove they're tough?
Sometimes.
Did you understand anything Brad Pitt said in Snatch?
Not a single word.
What was your nickname at school?
Didn't have one.
When you were a professional model, did you ever smile?
Always, yeah.
Do you get seasick?
On a boat, yes.
You're driving along and a cat runs out from one side of the road and a dog from another. Which animal do you try not to hit?
No, hit them both.
Have you ever used your fame to jump a queue?
Not recently.
Oh, Jason Statham. Who would you turn gay for?
Bollocks. It'd be Robert Downey Jr. as long as he keeps the Iron Man suit on.
He likes it rough. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the big job opens around Australia July 31st, New Zealand August 7th. He's with us all night. Please thank Jason Statham.